Crypto is setting up for another massive cycle. The more time goes on, the more boxes are being ticked here, showing that not only are we in the early stages, the early throes of a new cycle, but that the actual bearish moves, the big bearish moves, the big cataclysmic down moves, they're just not materializing. And in fact, as the bear market has ticked onwards and we get closer to the next cycle, we're seeing the real money come out of the shadows and show what their true intentions are. And this has never been more true than with the BlackRock ETF. You can't overstate this news. They're the largest asset manager, period. There is not a larger asset manager to get bullish on Bitcoin. So I don't know what you guys are waiting for. I don't know what sort of signals you need to see that, hey, look, not only is this not going away, but this is potentially one of the last sort of generational dips we'll get. Do I know what happens after the next cycle? I don't, and I'm not thinking that far ahead. I'm positioning for the next cycle, and I'm planning to play it pretty aggressively. And so that's my own personal strategy. And I sincerely believe that it will happen again. What you're seeing happen, in my opinion, is that where there might have been a major recession, deviation to the downside, and a long protracted sort of down market, you're seeing be revitalized by yet another tech innovation, AI, right? That narrative is carrying the tech industry, the tech stock industry, or the NASDAQ rather. It's carrying it completely. And so what you're going to see happen, in my opinion, is that this has kind of given us the next leg upwards on the charts, and a new bull market is really forming. And even though logically that shouldn't make sense because of all the issues around the economy, the debt issues, GDP issues, US dollar issues, those things are all sort of feeling like they're getting put on hold because the markets are reacting emotionally and creating powerful sort of setups. Now, could this all be invalidated? Sure. My personal approach is that I believe crypto is the only shot that our generation really has to make it and to really break into being significant asset holders. And so, my focus is going to be on making sure that the projects I founded are number one in their categories, making sure that it is by far one of the best possible communities to be in, not just from the experience, but from the performance and the deliveries. And I believe this next cycle is shaping up, and all of the sort of negativity that was, shifted onto, altcoins and different projects in the space will shift back into optimism. And it's important just to understand that these things are cyclical. And I'm very excited, very bullish. I'm not sure if we get this next leg down here into the lower 20s. We might not get it because it seems as though this BlackRock news has really lifted the markets. But I'm not expecting the markets to really be extreme sort of up-only mode for at least another 12 months. But I do think that 2025 and 2026, we see another absolutely staggering historic market top. And I believe crypto is going to be headed towards another parabolic cycle. So that's where I'm positioning. There's always so much to contend with when you're making content in this space. And I'm trying to do it in a way that is communicates my beliefs, which is that, hey, look, I believe we're going up, and I believe that this is the best opportunity that most of us will get. I also want to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that helps you all get better at this. And I think that I can do that by sort of highlighting areas of interest and telling you sort of like fundamentally why. Obviously, gaming is the consumer layer. None of this stuff is going to matter to most people, but gaming will matter. And then there's also like interesting stuff happening on DeFi, on the DeFi level. And then obviously Bitcoin, Ethereum, alternative L1 chains. Like it's just gonna be another cycle. I can feel it. It's sort of everything starting to tick those boxes. And so, yeah, I can say that I'm getting very, very optimistic. I don't know if there's another plunge, maybe two in our future, which is why I'm deploying slowly and steadily. But when there are these big bloody days like we saw with the huge sell-off last week and some of the more aggressive dips over the last few days, those are usually good opportunities, in my opinion, right? I might be wrong, but I'm deploying a little bit more size into those sort of capitulation days, the really bloody red days. And as bodies float to the surface here, like for example, Celsius having to sell all their altcoins or Robinhood having to sell all their altcoins, stuff like that. Those are things that I see as opportunities, especially because a lot of those coins are more established and more likely to be a part of the next cycle, in my opinion. Even if they've gotten sort of named in these SEC complaints, we're still seeing like a lot of tug of war between now and sort of the future of where we're headed with the ultimate decisions on like what asset classes will be regulated in what ways. So it's a very interesting time. Honestly, each crisis that comes up here in crypto land presents such a massive opportunity. And it's never been more true than today that each crisis is loaded with opportunity, loaded, because the emotions of markets are just so intense in crypto land. Again, we saw Tether FUD marking kind of like the bottom of a local move. So it's something to just keep in the back pocket. As soon as you start seeing like true hardcore Tether FUD coming out, it's a good thing to sort of clock it and ask yourself, is this the bottom? Is this truly the bottom of whatever move we're at? Because it simply has marked several bottoms over the past several years. It's a trend. As always, I hope these videos are helping you guys. The amount of love I'm getting on the videos over the last several months has been fantastic. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to keep elevating the content, doing it, even better. And I just want you guys to know that as much as I focus on making the best content here, I'm heavily focused on making the best gaming project possible and bringing to market the stuff that the crypto industry needs through the project. So keep your eyes on the stuff that I founded. It's in my Twitter bio if you guys are new to this. I'm probably the most committed to those projects I've ever been. So to the people who, even though I'm not talking about them readily on the channel, because it's not really like a YouTube friendly thing talking about these relatively smaller projects, that's where my focus is. So their eventual success, if they come to surprise people in the audience, that's respectfully, it's not a surprise and it's not by accident when you work on something for 6 years straight. And so that's my focus personally, is making the best content I can for you guys and making the best projects I can for the communities that are interested in those. So I hope you guys are excited about the next cycle as I am. I do believe that the opportunities are going to be everywhere, not just for one project or the projects I've created or anything. They're going to be everywhere. But it's about understanding the cycles, understanding where we are in the movements, and understanding the narratives that are important, because that's what's going to dictate the massive winners of the next sort of few years. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm very, very excited about what I'm seeing in the markets, the news. Even though it seems as though things are getting kind of dark and dreary, a lot of the energy has left the room. I feel like the max opportunity moments are either we're either in them or we're close to arriving at them. And that's because, yes, the ultimate lows might have been at the FTX collapse, but I think it's really important to understand that, that was still a long ways before the actual up market. So that's just a lot harder to sort of logic your way through and hold through. But I do think that, altcoins, a lot of them have revisited very close to their lows of that FTX crash. So, right now the belief is that a lot of these altcoins are dead and not coming back. I'm not a big believer in that. I don't think there's a future in which, there's only a Bitcoin market or only an Ethereum market. It's just not the way the machine is built. So, I'm just optimistic. All I can say is I'm optimistic and I'm excited. And I hope this video sort of helps some of you guys logic around where the market really is versus where people want you to think it is. Because I believe that the biggest money wants you to think things are over, things are wrapped up, and that you should really get out. And to me, it really feels the opposite. But again, I'm just one crazy degen trying to make generational wealth off of these crypto coins. And I hope you guys have a great time. I hope you guys are enjoying the journey. And I look forward to riding the wave, hopefully up for a very long time with you all. Cheers.